السلام عليكم، حياكم الله، هلا ومرحبا بكم جميعا في حلقة جديدة من لعبتنا الجميلة. راح نكمل بإذن الله المكان اللي وقفنا فيه. قدمنا في اللعبة مثل ما تشوفون المكان اللي وقفنا فيه كان عند الحداد، بس قبل لا نبدأ كذا بشكل سريع راح نشرح شو المطلوب منه. حاليا عندي خيارين، إذا أنا ناوي أروح العرس وأقابل فون بيرجو يا عن طريق الحداد أو عن طريق الطحان. فبما أني أنا وصلت للحداد راح نكلم الحداد، لكن يبغي يختبرني، فنشوف شو يبغي منا عشان يودينا ونقابل فون بيرجو. قل لي عن اللي صار. وينك؟ تعال. زين، بنقول الحين اخبرنا عن الوظيفة الأكثر إثارة للاهتمام. في اثنين انطلقوا بالعربة. يقول له روح اكتشف شو صار. نسأل الحين وين أي طريق راحوا. قال ما في إلا طريق واحد. عنده شعور سيء يقول. حلو. حلو ممتاز. شوف أنا راح أفتح لكم الماب. أنا الصراحة لعبت اللعبة وكثير مش قليل، لكن كلها كانت بالمهام الجانبية ما قربت نهائيا من القصة الرئيسية. منها اكتشف ومنها نستمتع بالمكان هذا. مثل ما تشوفون وايد أماكن رحت. هذه العجلة تكون تنقل السريع، فحاليا يبان نجي هنا توجه إلى السمن، فالطريق الأسهل التنقل السريع. Let's go. حلو، خلونا نجي هنا.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbor."
هذا السكارة اللي يتكلم عنها ما أتوقع.
You're right there, laddie. Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? No, I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But he didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you pray.
يدور مشاكل هذا لأنه سكران.
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
حرجوه. شوفوا الحين كيف راح يلقم. تعال حبيبي.
I'll kill you.
Go for it, Yorgo.
Stop using him.
1 2 3.
Stop fighting!
Hang him!
Fuck her!
Come on.
القم.
Oh, you wee
What in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Granddad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse with a bit in your hair. Screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, getting a moment's peace from his big sisters.
القم.
What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone, what we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us!
تهزأت. اوكي.
So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here.
اوف ما وصلوا
Are
هني
you telling
اصلا.
me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
اللعب.
Sir.
أنا آسف والله. اللحظة المنتظرة للتقدم في هذه اللعبة الجميلة. صح إني استكشفت لكن القلاع ما قدرت أدخلها فلا زالت المتعة ناقصة كثير. هذا حصاني العزيز.
Where will we start searching, sir?
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed to...
أنا جوعان فنجي هنا ناخذ العسل وجزر بس.
They had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir.
بتم وراهم.
You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar, out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, he'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Time, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle, and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man
حلو
like
أكيد بقبل
myself.
التحدي.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first.
جاهزين والله لأي
Wouldn't
شيء.
want no accidents happening.
Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
وصلنا وقال له قل للشاب يعني يقصدني أنا. نشوف الحين شو تحدي.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Samin. It'll be an order. Hold on.
حلو معركة.
I'll give you some gear.
That won't be necessary.
Well, all right. But it never hurts. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks.
متأكد يا هل استخدم العصا لمن عصا او اني استخدم سلاحي؟ لا واخذ سلاحي وش ابي العصا.
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
يلقم صدقوني.
Oh, no, you don't.
حاسب يعني. اوكي خلونا نهدي شوي. قم ايش رايكم بس؟ بس يا بعذبه. تعالي ماني كلمة شو تبغي؟
What do you say, son?
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see.
أيوة
young
عشان
and
تعرف
spirit.
حدك.
Anyways, you keep that old junk, Henry. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he saved my arse.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well.
Isn't that a bit too much, gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked.
True enough.
Thank you.
العاب اعطاني درع بعد. خلونا نكمل دربنا الحين. طبعا ما راح نخلص مجرد ان نوصل نكمل. مرينا على قرية كلمنا المأمور حقهم اللي هو البيلف واعطانا بعض المعلومات انه شافهم ووين اتجهوا لاي طريق. والحين يوم وصلنا هنا قال واحد يروح يسار واحد يمين. ف ننزل. ماني انا شفت الكيس ذا نشوف شو وضعه. استكشف. الحين لازم ارجع اكلمه
That could have fallen off the cart.
ونكمل دربنا عقب.
None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one. Not Wenceslas or
شوف الآثار دي. آثار العربة. أنا مركز في حديثه والحين توني أنتبه وأركز أنا. ركز وياي أنت وياه. شوفوا شوفوا. الآثار الآثار الآثار. طلعت يسار. طيب وين رايحين؟ هذا ليش مكملين قدام؟ الآثار ورا. أي يمكن جاي يقول يمكن غلطان. شوف يقول لك ما في أي مسار. هذا بيطلع قدام. قال يرجع ورا. شوف إن شاء الله. أوكي زين الحمد لله إني ركزت. الآثار وين؟ لفوا يسار. نركض نشوف. الآثار ردت هنا طلعت. هذه والله لازم اروح اخبرهم.
Hey, I found the blacksmith's cart. Come here.
والله صار ينادي عليهم. حلو 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 ممتاز. معناته كذا قربنا. ما فيها بضايع ما فيها شيء. والله ماخذين كل شيء. يا ويلكم ويله يا ويلكم ويله.
Well now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
And someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Of course the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot.
Let's go.
Would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
يو الحين بنمشي. 100% راح يكون في قطاع طرق. بس كم عددهم؟ هل هم كثيرين ولا؟ إن اللهم 3 أشخاص. أنا ما علي خوف عادي. بصير رجان وهذا وش اسمه عند الفون. ما أدري وش وضعهم يعني. إيه على يساري في أصوات. في ناس تتكلم. أقول الحين نسمع شيء وهذين ما يسمعون. شياب. هاي طبيعي بسبب كبر السن يعني. والله الصوت هنا. بعد يبي جسمه يقرب أكثر. أوكي خليني أطلع أشوف.
What do we do now?
I used to clamber around here as the girls from Slatigo, and so's their underwear.
That's nice.
Well,
Okay.
there's a nice view into the gorge.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for?
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck.
I could do without.
يباني اروح استكشف. طيب احنا شفنا الصعدة ذي، خلونا نصعد بدون لا نسوي اي صوت. ما ادري كم عددهم، هل بيهجمون علي ولا لا.
What's wrong with his legs is they can't stay away from the tavern.
ممتحات.
You two
Those
don't know the
definitely
truth
aren't the
from a hole in the
blacksmith's
ground.
hands.
Stumble was a priest.
اوكي برجع له بقول لهم.
And taught me a lot.
بس الاستكشاف انا ما اعرف شو الوضع، هل نهجم عليهم؟ لا كيف؟ وينك؟
Sonny, how many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like
And what about my...
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol.
Seems we can't avoid a fight.
Sure am, sir.
So, how are we gonna do it?
What else do you suggest?
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we...
Good idea,
طيبة.
Henry. And I climb up top, and as soon as
انا
you
مهارتي
shoot
في الرماية سيئة، تونا بداية اللعبة. الله يستر. اوكي تعال.
You imagine they do. Light up in the dark.
Leave him be, Honza. You're right. They did something. They rolled around.
القم. والله ودع. حبيبي والله وجبته. هذا مات. شو وضعها؟ هاي كفو. خلوني انزل. هاي. اوكي ليتس جو ليتس جو ليتس جو ليتس جو. زين قبل لا اروح اكلمه ما عنده شيء. طيب الثاني والله يا هو شقني شق خلاص.
Darling,
يا اخي اقسم بالله شقني شق ويتكلم.
stop, darling.
اوكي خليني اكلمه. استغفر الله العلي العظيم.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here, and none of them
Hard to say, but I do think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think
حلو
this
حلو
is a
ممتاز.
patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them band.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always.
انا دائما مستعد.
I am.
I thought we had everything clear, Lantsa. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked.
هذا اللي كان يشتغل عند
The
الحداد
blacksmith cart
الخاين.
and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to
وهذاك الثاني.
That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Making no difference to me, Venture. You vouched for the crooked fucker, so now it's on you. Actually, you can consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goated to skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, army. We are going to parley.
Like that time with the shiny, sir.
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time.
بلا عدد بلا بطيخ.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. We're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me. Or me.
هاي.
And if you're still feeling brave, we get to try out that new plaything of yours.
عب.
Ahem, gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Of course you can have everything back. Just as long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
قم.
What are you gaping at? At them!
جرد ها والله لا اجيبك. ما عليه. وقت المتعة الحين. لا لا لا. القم. اللي بعده. القم الثاني يلا دور. انا بهذا. درع.
Oh, good strike.
ايوه
They got what they deserved, the fuckers. Henry, hey, Henry, are you listening? Come here.
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the...
اوكي.
I'll go and track.
Great.
هاي وينك؟ تعال خلنا ندور عليه هذا.
I've got you now, Venser.
Well, why the fuck would I? Besides, if I do...
One-on-one, yeah. Even if the noose is waiting for you, it's still a more pleasant death than getting...
Fuck. All right.
I might.
Promise me.
I won't promise you anything. I've got a
يلا
prisoner
يلا
for you,
تعال.
sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of the...
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong... You did a good job, youngster. And so you don't say I had you clamoring over these rocks.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me. You deserved it. And now, let's get that. We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible.
Ride would be great.
Wait until you're my age.
So, job done. The cart was found.
That's a relief.
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh, they did?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules.
The bastards. I should have realised they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semine, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. Me, Lord Semine, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down. The whole back...
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the cop.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards.
I'm not sure. Lord Semine...
I know what to do with them.
Don't worry. I don't think Lord Semine will...
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. So now it's yours. It's been through a bit.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semine's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head... Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter.
Well, young Semine is marrying her, isn't he?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semine. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sassa?
Yeah. And I hope to wait. Her name's Teresa.
A girl from a mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so, old Semine wants a special sword forged for his...
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that.
God's nails. You really know your stuff, and you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword, though.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded...
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in and folks
هنري من دفع وهيدي
saw this
قاطعة.
interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. I even heard he made a pact with it.
What strange goings
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition.
بلا لعنة بلا بطيخ. نكمل مهمة جديدة الحين. راح نجي هنا نسأل وبعدها نروح لأبولونيا عشان الشايب ذا.
I need some advice.
You want some advice? I catch you fighting here again, and I'll spank down to business. I don't have all...
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose.
My God, lad. Ambrose the hermit sold his soul.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing?
And has anyone sent to the camp?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrud, 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but...
What strangers?
They looked like monks. Only they had daggers. I'm telling you, there's some...
Ooh.
But I have to...
Didn't you hear what I said? I'd think long and hard.
يو المهام اللي طلعت لي عنها كلها اختيارية لكن اوكي حدث مع اوكي تحقيق في الصليب وهذه البعاد اوكي اين المهمة هنا وش تحقيق هنا اكتشف المزيد اروح اول شيء تحقيق يا اخي المساحة كبيرة لازم ابحث مو مشكلة
Quick.
Horse. What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look.
في شيء مش طبيعي صح؟ يا الله. واو.
A beautiful horse. Black as charcoal. The herd boy wasn't lying. And you don't smell of brimstone. You're just an ordinary horse. Someone really did come to see the hermit.
حلو.
But it wasn't the devil.
الحين وقت اني اجي انا نعرف المزيد عن الشايب اللي انا شكله. انا لحظة شوي، ركزوا وياي. للي يبى يجي تجي كذا، تطلع فوق، تكون هنا درب هنا من اليسار. ليتس جو. لا ورا ورا، والله اني دخل. انزين. اي وصلنا الحمد لله على السلامة. خلونا نكلمه.
God be with you. I don't have time for folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone... Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these people. Can't I have a moment's peace? Judging by what I've heard about you, you're a bit fishy. What do you mean? Well, there's a lot of talk about you in the village. Old wives' tales. What do I... Well, but supposing it isn't nonsense. The apparition was seen by the conciliator. Old wives. I went to take a look, and it really is askew. But it wasn't magic. It was a hiding place beneath the cross. And the man digging there at night... By all the saints! So someone was... There was a brand new cloak of the Knights of the Cross in the hiding place. Maybe to cover up who he really is. I still don't know what you want from me. The man who took things from the hiding...
والله جالس أحشره.
Some chance thief. Because so keep the cross, lad, and stop pestering me. I found some pretty interesting documents of the order. I don't know what you're talking about. I reckon you do, Ambrose. According to one of the documents, you were appointed seneschal of the Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Or are you going to tell me it was some other Ambrose? I'm not going to tell you anything. A few nights ago, a herd boy saw a black horse. I think a demon would have known the road to Apollonia. Why are you telling me this? Because I found a black horse, a well-fed, healthy horse, black as charcoal. Why are you telling me all this? That's enough. I think there are enough fishy things, but you're in luck. You're wide of the mark. But in the end, maybe you could help me. What do you want help with? I'm not Ambrose.
Ooh.
I am Conrad, Knight of the Cross with them. What are you doing in the hermit's hut? In Prague, I got into a serious dispute. Ambrose was the only person who could help me. That's why I came to see you. I'm guessing that the diabolical horseman scaring people around me. That was not my intention, believe me. Ambrose is dead, you say? How did it happen? He was an old man. Unfortunately, he was already at death's door. And you had nothing to do with it. Ambrose was my friend. I'd known him for 20 years. He was a good member. Ambrose was a member of your order? More than a member. He was a seneschal. He served the order for many years before getting into a dispute with the Prague. I was the only one to know where to look for him. You scared the life out of Gerda from Troskia with that. Ambrose had a hiding place beneath the cross. I found some documents there from the Knights of the Cross. But Ambrose clearly wasn't interested. He sensed that death was coming for him. He wanted me to help, and he also longed to hold his old sword in his hands. I went to his hiding place that very night. But by the time I got, I put the blade on his grave in place of a cross. So the sword is on Ambrose's grave? You want to disturb his... I just want the sword, that's all. All right. I'll tell you where his grave is if you fulfill Ambrose...
Okay.
All right. What am I supposed to do? Listen carefully then. There's an old widow called Margaret. Take this cross to her and say, Margaret, Ambrose forgives you. But his brother must... Margaret, Ambrose forgives you. But that's right. I hope she'll know what this is. Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can... Benedizio...
مهمة ورا مهمة. لازم أروح أجي هنا.
This might seem strange.
A cross?
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you.
Ambrose?
It was his wish that I give you the cross.
Oh my God, I all this holy. All those years. I'd lost track. I committed...
Well, I don't know what you did.
No. You said it yourself. Not until Amber Bones. They still lie there out. Help me. His soul...
Go!
وكذا خلصنا مهمة العجوز. لازم أرجع له من هنا، راح يكون أقرب.
Hey, fella! Listen, we need help!
Who are you? And who do you serve?
We are Knights of the Cross, the Red Star. Good brothers in Christ. I'll explain everything, but there's no time now. We have to act fast. Our brother Lesnian is dying. The crazy fool shot him. Help us.
All right. What happened?
If you're going to see the hermit, the man in the hut is just pretending to be the Inquisition paid him to... Fortunately, God did not let him carry out the crime.
جايين يقتلونه وأنا أبغى مساعدته.
Killed by Conrad when they...
And I see a third one. We'll soon join them.
He was just about to flee by the Virgin Mary.
Why should I?
I'll pay you. We just need to... Otherwise, we won't have a chance.
Did Conrad?
Yes, he almost...
You're a knight.
Yes, I am Brother Arnold. And you are too... We take care of the sick, and you have to help us.
This is your business.
Mary, Mother of God. Of course. Why else?
You think you can
تعال
threaten?
حبيبي
You're
تعال.
making a...
Dick!
The dog's out! Watch out!
القبض.
You'll
دور
die for that,
الثانية.
you bastard! A death for a death!
حبيبي يلا 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 يلا.
Get out of here!
اي بضر واحد ايش يسوي فيني؟
Christ! My head! Fucking! You got him!
هذا لا مو بهذا والله يا انه ضربوني ضربين الضمادة. لحظة.
Damn it! What was that all about? I think I owe you an explanation. Yeah, you're right. And what is it you want? Why were they trying to kill you? I had proof that our Grandmaster's Deniak had betrayed the Order, was conspiring with the Project. Damned Inquisition. First they just... Where can I find Ambrose's? It's not far. At the edge of the meadow up there are 2 entangled birch trees. There's a grave beneath... That's all I need to know. And that's an end to it. Thank you. Farewell, friend.
اوكي عالجنا نفسنا. نهبنا ذول. عادي الحصان. وهذا قريب وايد. هذا راح يكون برا الغابة. هنا اتوقع.
Where's the hermit's grave? It ought to be somewhere around here.
ايوه مثل ما توقعت.
Now that's what I call... Someone back? Excellent. He's dead. What? No, not me. Anyway, turns out old... And this really is Toledo's... God's name. First class. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself. That's exact. See now, youngster. My right. You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional... Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself. Not at all. I try. Take care, friend.
اوكي انا اللي بصنع السيف.
I apologize.
نايس ليتس جو. جاهزين؟ سيف الناسك. يلا. واو خلصنا السيف. بروح اكلمه الحين. هو راقد اتوقع لكن بصحي من النوم. لا والله بعده ما رقد.
I've got something for you.
God's nails, you...
I'd say it looks pretty much like us.
Looks like. This is a damned
Thanks. I was glad to help.
I'll pay you, of course. And if you want to do some smith...
No, you know full well what I need.
Why is it so important for you? It'll just...
I have my reasons.
God's nails, lad. But whatever, that's your business. I don't mind taking you to the... We can set off once you're ready.
واو. جاء الوقت الحين عشان نروح ونكلم ذاك.
Henry, have you been in the heat for too long? Or... Listen, lad, stop fooling around and take that armor off and put on... Farewell.
يباني بدل ملابسي. اوكي ان شاء الله.
Can we go to semi? Wasn't too hard, was it? You're looking quite spruce, in fact. Good to hear. Hold your horses for a while, Henry. I need to wash and change.
بدأت
Welcome,
الحفلة.
Blacksmith. We were beginning to worry.
I bet you were. I'm bringing a wedding present.
Look who's finally here. Welcome, Radovan. And Henry.
Sir?
Well, do you have it? Of course. Your son deserves the best. You can take it.
No, hold on to it. I'd be glad.
I'd be honoured.
Has Lord von Berghoff...
Henry, that's none of your...
It's all right, Radovan. I understand. Lord von Berghoff isn't here yet. But Chamberlain Ulrich assures...
Sir, can I ask you to...
God's nails. I'm sure his lordship will have nothing better to...
We'll see, Henry. Now, what are those beggars still doing by the gate? I thought I made it clear. Oh, I drove them off. But they can at least close the gate for now so the guests don't see them. They must...
Oh dear, you seem rather worried. Will it have to do with your festival?
I'm afraid of it ending up in disgrace. I wouldn't want Sir Otto to take offence and...
Is there anything I can...
No, Henry, it's nice of you to offer. What kind of host would that...
Don't worry about it, sir. Since if he proves himself, you can introduce him to Lord...
I promise I won't...
Oh, we'll see. In the meantime, you can introduce yourself to the Bailiff's son.
That's right, Henry. Svatja. It's fun to be around.
There's plenty of other entertainment too. But in short, a proper wedding. One more thing. What else? There, Yes, please leave your weapons with Tuma.
All our weapons?
Well, the wedding present is an exception, of course.
How's Henry?
What's happened?
The sword's gone.
The wedding present?
Not so loud. If I don't get it back, the old man... You'll see. He'll make sure I never forge another...
couldn't you...
Leave behind something so precious?
Can you remember?
I don't know. I showed to old Semin.
I was there.
Then I ate a little something.
And you had the sword on you?
Why would I go to piss with it?
Aha. Let me get... Did you show the sword?
Well... You know... Everyone is.
Well, no wonder you...
Don't you worry.
اضيع السيف الحين لازم اصير ادور على السيف قبل لا يكتشفون السيف ضاع لي وهدية العرس.
Who were you showing off? A few people came to me to see it.
Young lads?
Aye, it's true.
What did the lad...
I don't know exactly.
That could be any one of...
If I knew exactly which one it... Well, as I say, he was just cheeky like. He's been strutting around when won that lewd Chamberlain.
I see.
You do?
No, actually. And what was he wearing?
Aye, I know that.
I'll try to...
If you find my sword on him.
لازم ندور على السيف. دوت. لون اصفر. انه لابس هني لون اصفر.
You two know each other. Unfortunate. What do you want, Henry? Can't you see I'm busy here?
I'm glad you're still alive.
You were worried about...
No, I just wouldn't want to explain.
Watch your tongue.
Like a pair of little
What
balls.
are you even doing here?
Radovan the blacksmith has lost the sword he made for the groom.
Well, that's a bit of a fuck, but I'm not really surprised when he was shoving it under everyone's noses and telling them there's none.
So you think someone nicked?
I don't think so. Bailiff's son. Svatterblok.
What? Svatja? Nonsense.
What's going on here?
Who is this?
هذا شو عنده بعد.
Keep my name. And you.
I am not your girl. That is.
Did you hear that?
So you gained...
We didn't agree on anything. Don't forget about Mishka.
I'm having it really bad. Women don't want me. All that's left is...
I was... You don't have to be afraid.
Hold on. No changing the subject.
Like I said, he took the... No, do you know, because I saw...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I have to
The blacksmith went to the... Svatja had his eye on him the whole time.
What did he do with the...
I have no idea. Last I saw, he disappeared into the battlements by the latrine, and then he showed up in the backyard and he didn't have a sword anymore.
I don't know. I'll go and check it
I
out.
expected apologies, and Henry,
Yes?
just don't fuck it up.
خلونا نسير نشوف وين مكان السيف ونطلعه. هذا السيف. تجي هنا تفتح البوابة تحصل طايح في وجهك.
So Svatja threw it in here.
Thank God, Henry. Who stole it?
That's not
As
important.
you say, you got it to me just in time.
So Lord von Burgos
Not yet, but the father is in a hurry. I think the lad's a little scared. I'm not surprised.
I didn't think they'd start the ceremony without Lord von Burgos.
الحمد لله
He'll
لقيناه.
show up, don't worry. Something just held him up, you know, lordly business.
Where on earth is he? We've been waiting for hours. I sent someone to look for him.
Master Chamberlain, how's it looking? When's Sir Otto coming?
I wish I knew, sir. His party should have been here long ago.
What?
I sent someone to look for them, but there's no sign of them. It's regrettable, but we'd better start without him.
Let's get started, Father.
راح لايك لا اخر ما جاء.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the sacred union of Agnes and Alda. I ask you before God and His holy church to make your holy vow of matrimony. Love, honor.
كأنه ما يبي يتزوجها.
Do you so swear until death do you part?
I do.
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Right back where we started.
واو. العودة. حيث
Lord Burgos
بدأنا.
not coming. So why stay here? I'll congratulate the newlyweds and go.
كيف نروح نهنأ ونطلع من هنا.
Get a hold of yourself. I can't stand the look.
Have you seen your sister?
I think I saw them going. Their marriage has lasted bare.
Can't be that.
If I had old Samin, God be with you.
Why did he leave?
اوف تركها وراح.
I'm Henry. I'm sorry. I was hoping to find you both here. So come now. Try it.
It's Alda.
Did he?
No. He just disappeared.
But why? You two look so happy.
I was hoping he'd stay at home more often.
What is silly?
What was so urgent that it couldn't...
I don't know.
Didn't he at least tell you when...
No. Sometimes he comes back in the evening. Sometimes he's got...
I heard he deliberately...
Everyone wanted to wait for Sir Otto von Berghoff. But Ollie got impatient and said he wanted to...
What messenger?
He didn't carry any Lord's colours, just a rider. He came in, and a little while after this...
Don't worry, he'll be back soon. Nobody would...
He couldn't care. His father arranged the marriage mainly for the money they're getting.
Oh, come now. Look, you're turning all the heads today.
I don't even know if he noticed. Even during the... Oh well.
كان واضح ما بيتزوج اصلا.
Shouldn't you stay down?
Mother said all a girl has to do is...
Wow.
Oh, fucking hell! It's you again! Oh, Faye! Fuck off, mate! You wanna fuck the bride, huh? It's not what you think!
What are you doing, you drunken fool?
Someone's been coveting the neighbour's wife, eh?
Bollocks!
Not that I blame you. You might have waited until this lot went home.
لا حول. يلا بدينا.
Are they done with you in that house?
So that's your job, eh?
Come on,
Right on the money! Fucking scumbag!
I'll hack your ass off!
Good. Don't kill him. This one's mine.
You should have fucking scared
I'll break your bones.
You're not...
Let him have it! Were you born clumsy or did you learn that?
He's got no chance alone!
Nice hit. Come on, scum. I'll kill you. Nice hit.
That must hurt!
Good. We'll kick your ass.
Quickly, for the love of God, sort out this rabble before they turn everything into firewood.
ويه شو صار؟
Cussed luck.
بالمكان الخايس اصلا. هذا من بعد. Oh my god.
Distinguished guests.
أبو هنري.
Love of God. Does it have to be him?
Trust me, friend.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
We need to have a word with you.
Would your graces care to sit?
I think not.
السالفة هذا منو؟
Brings you to my humble rectory, gentlemen. Are you all packed, Godwin? I heard you got kicked out of your humble...
So who do I owe that to? You wouldn't have had anything to do with this, would you, Hanush?
You've no one to thank for that but yourself, Godwin. If you hadn't been...
You're wrong, though.
And I trust you won't regret hearing us out now. We have a...
Secret mission. Sir Ranzig, I hope you're not trying to drag me into... Somehow, over the years...
You buffoon! Let his lordship...
Do you know about Lord Capon's mission?
Aye. I heard a word or two about that. Where was it you sent?
Yes, to Sir Otto von Berger.
Royal Chamberlain von Berger.
You know more than I'd expect from you.
It doesn't surprise me. I also know that Trusty is about 3 days...
2 days, weather permitting.
The young lord should have been back long since then.
He should, but he's not.
And now you want me to find out why he's not...
That's right. You'll go to...
Why me?
Honestly, I'd like to know that too, Ranzig. Why did...
He has experience like few others. You know that, Hanush. Although he might not look like it at the moment, he is from a noble...
What? You're saying this scoundrel...
It's true. And also, and since we don't know what's holding Capon up, we need someone who can deal with who...
I hope you're right. So what...
How can I say no after such...
Well, that went better.
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself.
When should I go?
Right away.
اوه 12 واحد عشان كابون
Did they have to
وهنري.
lock us up in here of all places? I'm feeling
اوه
these walls are
مسجونين.
moving. The cell is getting smaller and smaller. Can you hear me? Let me out! Hey!
Give it a rest.
I feel like we're going to be crushed here. Listen here, and I wanted to say, well, Henry?
After all, as you know, I'm just a common dung grubber, while you're the great Bellatore.
طلع لي بخاطرك.
But it was stupid. But now I'm sitting here too for behaving like a Bellator. I might have let you in it.
Yeah.
And nevertheless, Henry, I wanted to say that...
All right.
Thanks. So, what were you getting up to the whole time?
I was working in the blacksmith's forge in Takov.
Oh, well, lucky for you, you have a trade you could work at.
Sort of. Most of the time I was actually chasing after lost cart.
Well, at least you weren't bored, eh?
What about you?
I also stuck to what I'm best at.
What, boozing and whoring?
Fucking ha.
Where did you get the gear for that?
By using the old noggin. I pulled a strong thread out of those rags I had on, made a snare for game, and before you could say jackrabbit, I was hawking...
Weren't you worried about the local gamekeeper?
That nitwit! I found out so I snooped around his lodge and went to sleep once. I even went into his shed and,
Thieving, too, to top it all.
Oh, give over. One thing to sort of... Shh, quiet! There's something going on outside.
Have you seen Captain Thomas? Yarrick says he's in a bad...
He's right. Them fuckers cut him up good.
Last I heard from Father Nicodemus, though, was that his wound...
Aye. Only he's been struck down by a fever.
Good God.
Captain Thomas! Yes! He met us before we reached the pond, didn't he?
But he's in a fever. You heard them.
Oh, we'll deal with that somehow.
Leave it be.
Hey! Open up, you rabble! We're messengers from... You hear?
Again?
Those damned fools won't give us any...
Come on, fellas! Be reasonable!
About time. Just you wait till Lord von Berghoff hears how you treat a noble. You, come with me to the courtyard. Chamberlain says we ain't gonna waste bread on you for nothing. We've got a job for you. What about me? I want to talk to the captain right now. You want to talk to God, fella. You're getting the gallows for poaching.
What? You can't hang a nobleman.
Jesus, wait! Hear that? That bell's tolling for you, mate. 12 more times, and the priest will come for you. Hans! But you can't! Hans, don't worry, I'll fix it! Move it! I'm a nobleman!
اوه ما اتوقع يعدمونه بس يوه لو تصير.
I'm Sir Hans Capon of Bergstein.
يوه والله راح يوسوس الحين.
If you want to get out of here, you'll have to make amends and work off your debt. For a start, you can carry all the charcoal.
Wait, though. What's going to happen with Capon?
With that madman, he was poaching, so he'll swing.
But he...
You're a bit old for fairy tales, son. Once the bell tolls for the... If you want to do something for him, pray.
And your Captain Thomas can testify that we're envoy...
Don't you say a word about our captain. We don't know if the poor fella moved him during the night to the chapel at the very top of the maid.
Why did they move your captain to the chapel? All that way up?
So he'd be closer to God. Either the good Lord will help, and our sawbones is away with Lord...
في شيء غلط.
What about my things?
That's what happens to people. When we set you free, you'll get your stuff back. In the worst case, we might keep something to...
Got it. Do you always ring the bells before?
Aye, it's a local custom. They say back in the past, the local lord slept through a shit. Don't worry, that won't happen to...
And can I go there?
Don't fucking annoy me, fella.
What?
We will not. You're not allowed in...
What happens when I'm...
What do you reckon? And when there's no more work for you, you can...
That's all.
Aye? Lord von Berghoff is strict, but he ain't a tyrant. But poaching now.
I'll get to work then.
Good lad. The store's up by the gate to the inner bailey. Or Sinner the blacksmith is idling around somewhere there. Or go down to the outer bailey where they're building the scaffold near the gate. And no wandering around where you're not allowed. Don't stick your nose inside the castle.
Yeah. Got it.
اوه احنا بالقلعة. القلعة اللي ابغاها ما كانت تنفتح. والله وصلنا بالقلعة. هل اقدر هني شو اسوي؟ لازم اذهب الى توماس فنشوف. اوكي خلينا نشوف. لازم انقل 3. تمام. طيب بعيد. الحمد لله على السلامة. هاي الثالثة وخلصناها. زين. يقول لي كلم الحداد. الحداد هنا وينك؟
I finished hauling this.
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle.
What's the matter?
Because of that damn lock on my spice chest. How am I to bake ginger?
How can the black...
How do you think? He always... And then he promises to change the lock.
But the blacksmith is just around...
I know he is. Only he tells me to wait.
Seems to me...
I wouldn't be surprised, the lazy wretch.
Can I help you some?
No, unless you can pick a lock. And decent folk don't...
I know how to do it.
All right, I'll wait here.
Thank you.
Jesus.
She's not...
Again?
She told...
Jesus, why do you... What of it? There's this small... just don't get...
Sure. About that?
Well?
Not yet.
Then what are you...
Do you know?
You can't, usually.
I understand. So I got what I...
It's in the castle cell.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed there.
Never mind that. You go in... What a day. I burnt the room in the morning, and then the girl told
حلو
me
حلو.
we're out of venison.
اقدر اقرب الحين من
I don't know
هناك.
what gamekeeper's up to again. Actually, I do know, and it ain't nothing good. And now this. 3 years that lock is broken, and 3 years that good for nothing has been promising to fix it. But no. After all, I'm just a stupid cook banker who's always nagging and won't leave anyone in peace. But if I didn't nag, there'd be nothing done in this godforsaken castle. You have to kick people's asses here to even get them out of bed in the morning. The lazy bones. Fui!
اوه دخلنا داخل.
That is not too sweet like the last time. Ow! God, starting up.
هاي شو تبغى مني والله ما ادري.
Starting up. Sir, you? What are you doing? Christ, first you cause mayhem at a noble...
I noticed, sir, that...
How could a vagabond...
One vagabond isn't the same as another, sir. It can be hard to tell the difference between beggars and us.
And what are you doing here? Prague is a long way off.
I'm here to gain experience.
Mm-hmm.
And Prague University, of course.
Oh.
Oh, I understand. It's a difficult subject, and I'm a bit...
Well, you really surprise me.
Anyway, I'll examine you.
Yes, that should help.
Did you get advice from anyone about it? Have you tried anything for that?
Well, I talked to our surgeon. So I went to Poland to see Professor Joachim Bob.
Yes? What?
It's a little awkward for me to talk about, I must admit.
Master Chamberlain, I'm here as a practitioner of the medical arts. You can rest assured that whatever you tell me will remain between us.
All right. The professor spoke at length about Jupiter and the houses.
I would expect so.
Well, that I should get more silver into my body. So when there's a full moon, I go to the meadow here.
Really? So you're taking...
No, but there'll be a full moon soon.
I understand. Tell me, Master Chamberlain, does it hurt all the time?
No, not all the time.
Huh? And these attacks?
Well, it's worse when I get upset.
And does it get worse in autumn, when it gets colder?
Yes, it's usually worse in October.
الدكتور الحين.
Tell me, sir, what about your...
Well, I'm not...
But that's no obstacle, is it? Although the Holy Scriptures call on...
Not I. I never managed to find who would be a good counterpart for me.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Actually, neither am I.
With your permission, I'll examine...
What? Here and now?
Don't worry, I'll just have a look at you. You don't have to lie down or strip.
I'm glad to hear it.
You're quite pale.
When it comes upon me, I sweat a lot.
Your eyes are...
No.
Do your hand...
Well, I'm not the youngest, but it's...
All right. I believe your stomach juices are out of balance, sir.
That's what the professor from Poland said.
Unfortunately, I can't change the causes of your condition, but I can help you with its symptoms. I think some herbal...
Can't you get me that potion right now?
لا نروح نصنع له دواء ونرجع.
You'll have to wait. I've been here for ages.
Let me...
All right then.
Don't worry.
اوه قدرنا ندخل باليسر وسهولة. دي حسبنا بعد. هلو.
Fourth bell.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same. Who are you?
Me?
And what were you doing?
I thought we straightened that out the last. I have no idea.
What's your name?
What's it to you?
I'm Henry. And you? We both know you're not.
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell and will.
You know I was locked.
Right.
That's exactly what...
Well, think of you.
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to.
I don't know.
That slimy toad.
Well, you look like you know your way.
What?
I'm not stupid. You've no business here.
Oh, yeah?
Well, for instance, I could take... Don't forget, I might be slaving here today, but tomorrow you'll still be here. So
And you too, no?
that was quite a big difference between you.
تزرعين.
The guards don't pay much attention to me.
I get it.
And some.
All right. If it's medicine you're after, there's all sorts of junk there, but there's one chest where he put stuff that he hasn't used up.
And what if there's nothing in?
Then tough luck. But you can that crackpot writes down everything he...
Right.
And now get out of my way. Simple mate.
Sir,
Yes?
I've got
About this?
Definitely. It will balance your humours, sir.
All right.
And now you ought to go and
Lie down? Me?
Sir, medicine isn't enough.
Oh,
And another thing,
yes.
couldn't I go and pray in your?
Ah, that again.
Thank you.
Mind where you're going.
بالله على السلامة والله ما بغينا. آخ.
Pardon me.
If you want to pray, unless
No, I'm not.
Amadella,
I need to talk to you.
no chance of that. Unless he returns soon.
What actually happened?
They were attacked by bandits by the pond. If the surgeon was here, he'd be in his... He's been...
I'm sorry. Maybe I could.
The only one who can help now is the priest.
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. He was only meant to be gone for a while. But it seems... Anyway, the concoction ran out.
I think I know what to give to Thomas.
You do?
But I'll need an apparatus.
All those things should be in the surgery.
Great.
But no
حلو
one is
إذا
allowed
قدرت
there.
أنا أسوي له دواء ولا شيء.
Why do you want
هالشيء راح ينقذنا نحن أنا وكابون.
As I said, I need to talk to Thomas.
That's all.
You've no idea how much. If he ended up in hell, I'd have to go there.
To who?
Well,
What?
never mind. The main thing,
Yes.
I'll get going then. I don't...
Go.
يوه والله واضح مطولين قصة ورا قصة ومهمة ورا مهمة. راح نوقف الحين إن شاء الله وراح نكمل في الحلقة الجاية. أتمنى الحلقة هذه تعجبكم. لا تنسون زر اللايك والاشتراك في القناة وترقبوني إن شاء الله. وأشوفكم على خير. السلام عليكم.